Hey everybody, clearing. All right, so there's a lot going on as I'm trying to do this reading, like from every direction. And so maybe that's a sign. Maybe it's the winds of change. Maybe it's like supercharged, bottleneck of stuff as a catapult to the new. Maybe these eclipses have like done some hyper speed warp thing to all of us. But let's get into it. I'm actually just going to do a chakra rundown, spine of fire, and see what does the collective need to know about these love connections at this time. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the collective that joins me here, masculines and feminines? What can we see for all of the chakra levels? What are the energies affecting the connections at this time? And some advice for the viewers that join us here. 2 more shuffles. Okay. Crown chakra. What is the energy? Connection to source. Oh, union. And 8 of Wands. This can be the telepathic, the 5D, the transference of energy on the heart space. I'm really seeing with the crown chakra, this is the unity consciousness on the mind, and then this knowledge, the knowing of the soul connection on the heart. That is so beautiful. What is the advice for 8 of fire here too? Be aware of what you are receiving energetically and what you're putting out. 8 of Wands, same position, both spaces here. Pay attention to your heart. That's what I heard. Pay attention to your heart. What's going on the third eye chakra? The 6 of Swords and the Ace of Wands, both in the inverse. 6 of Swords is a paradigm shift, especially when it's inverted like this. It's like an internal paradigm shift. So looking at things from a karmic standpoint, that causes turbulence and codependent patterns. When we shift out of that, we now see more life-affirming patterns, more streamlined things, more peaceful ways of interacting. This does go hand in hand with the inspiration of purpose, of being on path for your gifts, your talents, your contribution as a soul in human form. So intuitively, we're being guided to really look at codependency and the connection with codependency and people not reaching their potential. I'm hearing it's a bit of a chicken and an egg, because if we're codependent, it distracts us from reaching our potential. If we reach our potential, we are whole in our own right, and we can partner in a more effective way. So intuitively, we're being asked to consider that aspect of relationship. Advice: 2 of Earth, juggling the old world and making room for this new. So we are letting go of the things. When you know better, you do better. So we are still letting go of old ways while we usher in the new. What can we see on the throat chakra? The World and 5 of Pentacles. So this is the separation is an illusion card, and the World. So there's wholeness here. And when we're in wholeness, we know that any spaciousness with our counterpart, it's just 2 different sovereign people living their path. And it's not a rejection or a abandonment. When we're in wholeness, we see it as working all together in ways that are not the same as what we can get out of a romantic relationship, the codependency thing, the interaction back and forth there. When we're in wholeness, we take blessings from everything, whether near or far. And this is what we are receiving the awareness of. This is what we are speaking and acting the truth of. What is the advice? Messenger of fire. So this is the connection to source. Oftentimes the messenger of fire is someone praying at an altar. And so this is asking for higher guidance with all things incoming and outgoing. Separation is an illusion. Nothing is at odds. If we have the proper viewpoint, we can see how there are lessons in all of it. When we're in wholeness, it's not a power struggle or lack, competition, shortage. So remember to pray, because that will show you how it works together. Even if you're not in a traditional romantic union, it will show you the path of becoming. Union is the icing on the cake. It is not something that takes the place of personal growth and development and stepping on path. What can we see on the heart space? Justice in the inverse and Princess of Wands for the second time. So we're getting these duplicate confirmations. So justice is coming, but it has to be, you have to be whole. Your person has to be whole. In order for it actually to result in the love of a lifetime, it takes two masters. There is no way around it. We have to be on that level. We can placate, we can have simple relationships, we can have relationships where people are naive. But if you're watching my stuff, you are not that. You are aware, you're conscious, you've gone through so many awakening energies, and you're here knowing that you are on track for the real deal. What can we see on the solar plexus chakra? The Six of Cups, which is the reunion, and Princess of Pentacles. So this is talking about coming back together. The next time you connect, you communicate, in whatever way in the material realm. So that can still be phone calls, text messages, messenger, all of that stuff, or in person. But this is, coming in from periods of growth and development, healing and karmic release, stepping onto purpose. When we go into those periods of spaciousness, we come back and we reconnect. This is about being present, being on the same page, connecting without expectation, without attachment, and reading the energy based on what is rather than what we're projecting. What is the advice here? High Priestess. So this is literally about observing. Be still and know. Mercy, humility, compassion. This is just showing up. This is peaceful energy. This is grateful energy. This is energy of tranquility, of serenity, of wisdom. What can we see on the sacral chakra? Knight of Cups and the Sun. So the love is here. This is where we can fall in love the way it's meant to happen, I just heard. So when we're not amping ourselves up to what it should look like, what we're going to do, what we're hoping they'll say or not, and we go in present and just here for it. Then when two people are in that freshness, the connection can be revealed. This whole journey is preparing us to meet in this unencumbered way so that we can actually get to know each other, maybe for the first real time ever in our lives, where we've stripped away ego, we've stripped away expectations and baggage, we've stripped away insecurity, we've stripped away ego, and we're ready to just see who this counterpart is that we've been paired with on Most High. Through our journeys, we've connected with these counterparts. So this is the sun coming out on what it's like to get to know someone who loves themselves and we love ourselves, and what that discovery process is actually about. What I'm hearing is if you actually meet in that pure energy, that righteous aligned energy, this is what falling in love is meant to be. What is the advice? Nine of Water, wish for this. Don't settle for anything less. If you're coming in there with the wounding, with keeping record of wrongs, with skepticism, with fear, with I'll believe it when I see it kind of energy, you're not ready. This is really no expectation, and what an incredibly sacred opportunity to meet another individual in that bare bones kind of energy where we can just be curious, we can explore, we can be authentic, we can drop our guard, we can trust because we've been through this journey that has put us through the gamut. So wish for that. Wish for that essential. It's funny because the word essential came up in one of my private readings today as a synchronicity. Wish for that. Wish for that simplicity. What can we see on the... Ooh, I'm also hearing, because this is on the sacral chakra, that this is where the passion, 1111, this is the sexual union. This is where it kicks off in a sacred, sensual way, not in strictly the lust or animalistic ways. What is the root chakra here? Rest. Lord of great strength. So right now there is strength in rest, preparation. I heard recuperation, beauty sleep, preparation. What is the advice? Five of Air. It's all in how you look at it. We are not in separation. We're in preparation for union. And so right now there may be a little bit of a restfulness in the dynamics so that we can come into presence, so we can really see what we have in these connections. That's unity consciousness, when we're not pushing an agenda, we're not trying to manufacture an outcome. The divine has caught our attention because none of the MO from the past works. And we are getting to this place of readiness where the whole universe is going to conspire to bring these unions in. And we just have to show up and watch the magic unfold. All right, that is an exciting post-eclipse message. Now we're talking, I just heard, and I think that came from the masculines. All right, many blessings. Bye for now.